Come in, Houston. How you doing? It's Paul here. Shona Donaldson is in the wings, live from the lounge, number 12. Thought I thought it. I'm just filling up time until folk actually start appearing. It takes a few, just a 10-20 seconds for things to start leaping into life. But if you're watching this on YouTube, hello. This will be posted up there once we're finished. So, like I said, we've got a few folk rattling in now. 6, 7, 8, 10.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? Welcome to How I Come On again. Glorious weather it's been today. In fact, this week it's been so glorious I've had to water the garden several times.
It's been lovely though.
But it's been nice. It was actually too hot for my taste because I am Scottish.
But you've got quite a nice tan going on.
Well, a firmer tan.
Like I'm not. I'm white.
If you saw my rippling muscly chest, you would see it's actually not even white. It's kind of made of a blue. But my face and arms definitely pick up the sun. But I'm outside a lot, so
I'm like a ghost compared to you.
It's I'm sure there's lyrics. Your face was like the swan or something like that for you white hair. Anyway.
My neck was like the swan.
Yeah, well, no, some of the ballads they speak about folk in fair skin.
Fair of face.
Anyway.
Peely Wally.
So, nice to see you again. Yeah. We've got our ever popular
What's in the box? 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 What's in the box?
So, feel free to fire in a few guesses, because they are guesses, but here's the box.
Give it a rattle.
My favourite box. Oh!
Ooh.
There's different sounds going on in there. What is it? It's hiding in there, and I'll just pit you out your misery. It's nae wee Dominic Cummins. He's nae lurking about in there. He might be at Barnard Gas.
Right, I think we need to keep politics out of it.
Aye, it's a good idea. Keep the politics out of it. Anyway, right. Well, I'm going to start with March Strathspey Reel. So Shona's going to man the phones, or woman the phones, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to rattle in. We are March Strathspey Reel. So the first thing, it's a great pipe march by William McKinnon. And it's the 74th farewell to Edinburgh Castle, and as a kid it was kind of the really popular pipe marches for competitions, and I think Hector McAndrew did a great version of that. First copy I ever saw was actually Jane Davidson, who now conducts the Bankery Strathspey Reel. She was a pupil of Hector's, and I can mind seeing the handwritten copy that Hector had notated. So we'll start with the 74th farewell to Edinburgh Castle, and then into two Shetland tunes. The first is the Sansa Munes, which is a Strathspey. Now it's quite a rare thing, Strathspeys for Shetland, because it's not a big part of their musical tradition. You do get him, Gideon Stove, famous composer for up there. He liked Strathspeys. He was quite an admirer of James Scott Skinner, so that kind of fed into the Shetland tradition a wee bit. But the Sansa Munes, it's a fantastic Strathspey by Frank Jameson, and then we're going to finish with Auld Willie Hunter by Ronnie Cooper. sweat out me already. Oh, Mickey me, we've got quite a few folk
Yeah, just
saying
a few
hello
hellos.
already.
Bod and Val McLean have poured
Hello,
themselves
Bod.
a glass of vino in the garden.
Have you? Have you? That's a you rascal.
Alison McDonald from the San Francisco Bay Area is watching. Leah Roswell from Bucky. Drew Aitken. Rolf
Yep.
Hare, Ronan Charlie down in the village. Harry Lash from the Netherlands is watching again. Jane Roberts, Alistair McDougall. Gillian Needham and David Curry. Too much sun. Gordon Calder.
Okay.
Gordon Calder is watching, and he walked from Maud to Auchnagat and back in the sun today. That's pretty impressive.
He's currently got sunstroke. Is it a bath of cold water just now?
Shirley and John Fuchs Fiskeen are watching. Joe and Pat Aitken from Kirriemuir are watching, although they're in their motorhome apparently at the side of their own house. So they're having a night away. And I think I've been told that they've got Tarland up at the side and they're pretending they're in Tarland tonight and they're watching in the motorhome with a wee dram. So good to see you, Joe and Pat. Doreen and Melvin Wood down in Glasgow. Moira Stewart. Tommy and Sonia over in Huntly. Tom's poured a wee body for the body and is watching. Paul Gray says hello, and Anne has just got her washing out to dry because it's a lovely drying day. Tracy Adelsey says nice shirt, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Vary Annandale is watching. That's Chris Caldwell's daughter.
Yeah.
Kate and Jim Taylor over in Garlogie. Lorelei Bach in Pennsylvania. Ted Cramar and Co in Northumberland are watching. Your mum and dad are watching just up the road.
Good.
Adrian Payne is watching as well. And Sandy Thompson says, sorry he's late. We're on UK time. He's on Dingwall time.
Okay. Well, you'll be at least an hour ahead or so, I would imagine. So, I got a funny story actually. Speaking about sunstroke, just when I heard my mum and dad looking in there, when they were nae long married, Dad had been working in the firm, and I suppose it was probably a day a bit like this. And Dad had come home for his work, and he came into the kitchen to get his tea, and my mum was cooking, and she was spicking. It was just mucking nae sense at all. And he was seriously concerned at the point that he had got hold of the doctor and said, oh, it's sunstroke. So the cure was into a bath of cold water. So I didn't think Dad was too upset. Took her in the cold water.
Mum doesn't talk nonsense.
No, she said she was under the big monkey puzzle tree, but you still catch sun under there. So anyway, there you go. Watch out for the sunstroke. Right, that kind of leads on because my mum asked me to play this next tune. This tune has got Jennifer Mawson Hay, and I was inspired to write it for one of my son Hector's school pals. Jennifer was in his class, and but it would be 4 years ago now because Hector was he's just nearly 13, and at the time he was 9, and Jennifer passed away in her sleep. So pretty tragic. I mean, it really affected the Hale community because she was a kind of life and soul lassie. She helped out in the shop with her mum, and as a result, you can abdi kent her. So it was a horrible thing to happen, and her mum Gillian and her dad Chris as well. But Gillian was at school with me. We were at playgroup together, so we were kind of pals before the time we were ever at school. So I wrote this sometime after just for Jennifer, and put it in my album The High Summit. I got very kindly joined by Malcolm Jones for Runrig, and I nearly didn't put it on because he took quite a while, but he's a busy guy, and he couldn't get round to it, and he's such a fussy character when it comes to recording that it had to be absolutely right for him. But he made a fantastic job, and I haven't played it for a while, but this is Jennifer Mawson Hay. There you go. You may have had an interruption there.
Sorry.
Somebody was trying to phone me on my Facebook page, and it cuts out the broadcast. So if it went all quiet there for a second, I apologise. I can't deal about that. If you are thinking of giving me a phone on Facebook, please dinner, because I want to be able to take the call, so to speak. Anyway, but that was for Jennifer, and she was a lovely lassie. So I'm
going to do some more hellos.
Oh, I'm sure it's got me a
Got some more
hellos.
hellos. Are you still all there? Can you still? I just pressed a button when Paul got that phone call, and hopefully it's all gone back to normal now. Have a quick look. Yeah. Okay, so a few more hellos. Frank Ribbons, Frank and Lorraine are watching. Elaine and George Mitchell from Oyn. That's George who watches every week.
George.
Dod. He's 84 and he watches every week. Hello, George. Malcolm Duff is watching. Alistair McCulloch, Anne Lamb over in Bankery. Anne is the
museum, Bankery Museum. Yep.
She looks after Bankery Museum.
It's a brilliant museum, actually. If once you're allowed out of captivity and you're allowed to go and visit places, it's definitely worth going to see. It's getting a refurbishment, but it will be opening again. So please go along and see the Bankery Museum.
Bruce Anderson's watching. Pamela Green Tanner over in Virginia. Hello, Pam. Kim Harris in Nova Scotia is watching. Mary McMurtry in Minneapolis. Anne Engler in Sweden, she's watching. She's one of our regulars. Hello, Anne. Matt and Grace Donaldson over in Huntly. Ross Dickey, Kieran and Emma Bingham are watching again. They're on the shores of Strangford Lough in County Down. Nice,
it's lovely there. I've been a few times, and it is a lovely County Down.
And Daniel McPhee is watching as well. He says some tone on that fiddle.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. He's a rare box player, Daniel. Take a look at him on YouTube. He's a fantastic button box player. In fact, family are great musicians. So. Nice to see you looking in, Daniel. I'm just conscious the last time I started to figure out my fiddle wasn't quite in tune as I would like it, so yeah, we check there. Time for an old time Scottish waltz, folks. I'm going to play a set of Highland tunes for you. The first thing's Farabata, which is it the boatman or my boatman, Shona?
I don't know.
Well, it's well kent anyway. The boatman, Farabata, and I'm going to follow that with the South Georgia Whaling Song, which was written by a man from South Uist, I think, and then we'll finish with the Mist Covered Mountains. There you go. So I hope you are dancing around your living rooms or your gardens even. A lovely night like this.
Sandy Thompson says, Theravada equals boatman, literally man of the boat.
Okay. I thought it was something I thought was maybe my boatman, because it's a nice song from the point of view of a woman singing about her love, who is the boatman. But anyway, thank you, Sandy.
Got a few hellos to say. Alec McVean and Co. down in the village. Recent Ethan and Delane and Alec. Gillian Masson is watching and she says, a beautiful tune as it is sad.
Yep.
Peter McDougall in Oakville, Ontario is watching. Hello, Peter. Caroline Davidson over in Tarvis. Katrina McLeod Stevenson, Matt Milne, Ian Cameron, Ian Murray, and Robin and Morag Dempsey down in Peebles in the Borders.
Good stuff.
We've got
a lot of folk in there. Okay, so we've got a wee shark here.
We've got a shark. What's in the box? 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 What's in the box?
That tune goes in my head for hours if we've finished.
I literally cannot sleep on a Friday night because that's diddling doing my head. So we've only had a few guesses so far. Jamie Bowers thinks it might be old coins or metal. Rolf Hare thinks seashells.
Yeah.
Moira Stewart thinks it might be keys.
Yeah.
Harry Lash thinks watches. Paul Gray, clothes pegs. I think just about every week somebody says clothes pegs.
Yeah. Paul
and Anne have obviously got washing on the brain. Matt Milne thinks it might be Dominic Cummings' spectacles. And Rona Landdragon thinks it might be a Cairn Gorm gemstone.
Okay, good answers, but I can safely say nobody's got it right. So, right, I'm going to play one more set before Shona comes and sings a few songs for you. But before I do, I'm going to play Happy Birthday. This is for one of my pupils, Andrew Facherson, for the Glens at Angus, and his dad's a farmer, and Andrew's one of my pupils, and he's going to be 10 on Tuesday. So come on, sing up at the back of the bus, folks.
Well, come in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andrew. Happy birthday to you. Double figures.
There you go.
Woo. Happy
Now I
birthday,
wonder,
Andrew.
has your dad got you a quad bike? Or am I just being mischievous?
Well, his birthday's on Tuesday, so he doesn't.
Yeah, maybe would it be a quad bike, farmers, like that sort of thing?
Anyway,
so the reason I've done that there is because I'm going to play some tunes that Andrew has requested. So the first thing is Willafjord. These are our Shetland tunes. Willafjord, which is actually up in Greenland, and that really references the fact that an awful lot of the northern whaling fleets stopped at Shetland before they headed north. It was like the last big stop to restock, and so a lot of the ships had Shetlanders, a lot of them had fiddle players, so it really references that time and place. So Willafjord to start, that's followed with Sleep Sound in the Morning, which if you didn't come from Shetland or Aberdeenshire, sleep soundly in the morning. Sounds pretty much the same. Sleep soon in the morning. And then Spruta Skerry to finish. Skerry is one of the islands in the Shetland Isles, and the spout is actually a feature on the cliffs. It's like a chimney, and so when the waves come in, the water goes spouting right up and comes out the top. So it's got the spout, or the spout would be the English word, the Spruta Skerry. Okay, so 3 Shetland fiddle tunes. easy to spell. It's like try to spell How do you spell
MNHM.
Well, you say that. Right, I'm going to jump out of the Y, and Shona is going to come and give you a few songs, and this is the opportunity you've all been waiting for to see my kilt and my big hairy sporran.
Woohoo! Hello everybody. Hello. So I'm going to sing a couple of songs just now. I'm just going to put my fiddle here so I can get my starting notes. Paul's going to man all the stuff coming in. Do you want me to do those box guesses just now so you can start from scratch again and not confuse yourself?
Good idea.
Okay, so what's in the box?
That.
We've had a few guesses. Kim Harris thinks tax. Bod McLean, fencing staples. Rolf Hare, dice. Sandy Thompson, medals. Gillian Needham. I'm not sure what this is. Boilermakers, nut polishers.
Maybe some kind of bizarre English humour or something that I can't.
Gillian Needham. I don't know. I don't know, Gillian, what you mean. Boilermakers, nut polishers. Maybe I've had too much sun. Gordon Calder thinks gold coins. Mary McMurtry thinks buttons or fine tuners. Badger Hancock. Steve thinks it might be the starter motor for the SpaceX rocket, because it didn't go. Lorelei Bach, nails and screws. And Paul Gray, pocket watch on a chain. There's your guesses, put back. So yeah, I'm going to start by singing a song that I have never I don't think I've ever sung it in public at all. In fact, it's not one that I really do. I first heard a band called Back of the Moon singing this. Hamish Napier was in that, and it was Hamish that I first heard singing this. Back of the Moon was great band. I love Back of the Moon. Gillian Frame, who was the first BBC Young Traditional Musician of the Year, was one of the founder members, along with Hamish and Finlay Napier and Simon McKerrell. And I think this was on one of their early CDs. It's called Gin I Were a Baron's Heir. So I'm going to give it a bash. I've never sung this out and about. It's just a song that I came across looking through a book, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give it a bash. So we'll see how this goes. Gin I were a baron's heir, and I could braid with gems your hair, and mak ye braw as ye are fair, lassie, wad you love me? For I could take you to the town and show you brassards, monies and aim, and busk ye in a silken gown, but lassie, wad you love me? Or should you be content to prove in lowly life unfading love a heart that naught on earth could move? Lassie, wad you love me? And ere the lavrock wings the sky, say would you to the forest he, and work with me say merrily? Lassie, wad you love me? And when the brown moon glistens o'er wee Bedfield and heathery muir, well ye nigger eat that wears a poor, lassie, for a ye. For I hae noch to offer ye, nae goud fae mine, nae pearls for sea, nor am I come o' high degree, but lassie, how will ye? For I hae noch to offer ye, nae goud fae mine, nae pearl for sea, nor am I come o' high degree, but lassie, how I love ye. Jeez, eh? Sorry, you might have seen me kind of going like this in the background. The boys were making a wee bit of a racket coming down the stairs, so Paul had to go and give them a raging. So that was Gin I Were a Baron's Heir. I'm going to do one more song just now and let Paul come back on and do a few more sets. I'll do a couple of songs later on as well. This next song is one that I've known for a long time. And you'll like it. It's a sing-along song, a Robert Burns song. Charlie, He's My Darling. See if I can get this key right. Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie, he's my darling, the young chevalier. 'Twas on a Monday morning, recht early in the year, that Charlie came to your turn, the young chevalier. And Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young chevalier. As he was walking up the street, the city for to view, oh, there he spied a bonny lass, the window looking through. And Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie, he's my darling, the young chevalier. Say licht, he's jumped up the stairs and tirled at the pen, and was ready as herself to let the laddie in. And Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie, he's my darling, the young chevalier. He set his Jenny on his knee, all in his Highland dress, for brawly weel he kent the why to please a bonny lass. And Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie, he's my darling, the young chevalier. It's up yon heathery mountain, and down yon scroggy glen, we darna gang a milking for Charlie and his men. And Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie, he's my darling, the young chevalier. And Charlie, he's my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie, he's my darling, the young chevalier.
You want to do these before I come in?
Yes.
Keep one or two folk looking
One
in.
or two folk looking in. Okay, so we've got Isabel Smith from New York. Hello Isabel. Ian and Norma Russell from Aberdeen. Tracy and Eric Walker from Killarney. Lisa Ross for Craskins. Kim Harris. I think we've mentioned Kim Harris already, Paul. From Nova Scotia.
Well, I might have missed that. Sorry.
Bruce Anderson says, oh, I thank you, Bruce. He said I've got a lovely voice. So in the box, we think, was this Joe that says this, Paul?
Joe Aitken.
Yeah. Okay, so Joe, we've got another vote for Dominic Cummings Specs in the box. Joe Aitken thinks that as well. Rolf Hare thinks cufflinks. Alison McDonald, is that who? Yep, thinks a lock. Frank Ribbons, cribbage board pegs. And Gillian Needham, a weir box. A smaller box. It's funny, Frank, you said cribbage board pegs. We have got a cribbage board, and we do have pegs, but we don't have a clue how to play it. That might be our lockdown. Would you want to fancy learning cribbage, Paul?
Nope.
Nope, okay. Well, that's that out. Right, you're going to come back and give us a few tunes.
Actually, I'm kind of joking about the cribbage because there's a heap of my mates play cribbage on a regular basis, or certainly they did in the pub. They'd meet in the pub and play cribbage in the bar, and I have never a clue. I got a rough idea how it's played, but I've never played it and never been properly shown. But it looks a wee bit complicated with kind of totting up with sums and things. But there you go. So cribbage, I'm sure, is an excellent game because they wouldn't play it otherwise. But yeah. So what am I going to play now? A set of James Scott Skinner tunes. I'm going to start with Hector a Hero, popular slow air. The reason I did that is because I used it for my workshop on Wednesday, so I thought I'd play that the night. Written for the death of Sir Hector MacDonald, who was a great Scottish hero of the Victorian era, kind of your quintessential Scottish Highland fighting man. Went from being a private right up to Lieutenant General and Commander of the Imperial Forces in Ceylon. So that was quite a remarkable shift, and kind of almost unheard of in the British Army at that time. He joined the Gordon Highlanders and he came from near Dingwall, so Skinner wrote this for him. I've seen somebody say that they thought they were friends. It's not impossible, but Hector generally was stationed all over the world for there was trouble, and he was only back in Scotland a few times after he enlisted, so I think it's probably unlikely. I think Skinner was just expressing fit that the Hale of Scotland felt. He was a iconic figure in Scotland at the time. I mean, to the point, they reckon there was about 30,000 folk turned up for his funeral at the Dean Cemetery in Edinburgh. I think as far he's actually buried, but there you go. So anyway, Hector a hero, then Kirry Kibbock, and Kirry is a short name for Kirry Muir, famous town down in the County Angus. Kibbock is a Scottish word for a big, I suppose you got a wheel of cheese, a big cheese is a kibbock. So Kirry Kibbock's just cheese for Kirry Muir. We'll dedicate this to Joe and Pat Aitken, since they're sitting there dreaming of Tarland in their caravan, and then we'll finish with the Spey and Spate. rattling on there. I think the spay would be pretty safe for being in spate this week, anyway.
My mum thinks there you go is your new catchphrase.
There you go. It's better than what's in the box, anyway. Well, anyway, since it's your mum that you're speaking about, that leads very nicely in, because the next tune was requested by Shona's mum, Grace Donaldson. And it's a tune I actually wrote for Grace's cousin, Diane. Donald and Diane Loonan bide at Pitgaveny, which is just north of Elgin. It's not that far, actually. In fact, you can walk to the... what's the name of the...
You think Spiny Palace?
Spiny Palace, famous place up in Murray, and that's very close to where the real historic Macbeth came from, actually. But anyway, I wrote this tune for Diane, that's a couple of years ago now, actually. We were involved in I think the Speyside sessions, and it was a heap of friends of the actor Kevin McKidd, and they got together to make an album to raise money for Save the Children. And it raised a lot of money, actually. It was a lot of fun, good crack, and Donald and Diane were there. And out of the 3 days we were doing it, Diane had a birthday, so Shona asked if would I write her a tune. So this is the tune that I wrote. It's called Diane of Pitgaveny, and I'm going to follow that with a reel I wrote for one of my pals, Bob Minaj. Bob's from Northern Ireland, great pal, great character. He bides at Tillyhermick, which actually out the back of his house is for one of the Tarland hanging trees used to be. So it's a fascinating place. But it is a lovely place. Actually, if you get into Bob's place at Tillyhermick, it is like stepping back in time once you get in there, and there are the remains of ancient fortified kind of hut circles and things like that. So it's a great spot. So I'm going to play Bob at Tillyhermick to finish. Right, I haven't played this for a long time, actually, this first thing, so I'm going to use the music.
I'm not sure if Diane and Donald are watching or not. She sometimes comes in quite late. So.
It'll be on YouTube later on anyway. Fits in the box. Or any more guesses?
Yeah, there's been a few more guesses. What's in the box? 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 What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Okay, so Ian Murray thinks it might be manuscript.
It's Guy Ratley manuscript, Ian.
Kim Harris beer can tabs. Jane Roberts jewellery. Gordon Calder cufflinks. Uncle Tommy thinks it might be the shell for the coconut he hasn't won yet. And
No, I'm going to, but it sounds it.
and Gillian Needham thinks rings. Gillian said, what was it Gillian said earlier?
It was nut polishing stuff.
Boilermaker nut polishers. She said, I said, what's that about? And she said, to ask David Curry. And I'm not sure if I want to ask David or not. I don't know. Everybody seems to be quite taken with this nut polishers.
I did notice Matt Milne expressly asked to ask more about that. So you might want to post something just to keep Abdi happy.
There's been a lot of people asking about the nut polishing.
That was Matt. Right enough.
So we've also had a few more hellos. Jill Russell. Is it Towie that Jill is?
Glenkindie.
Glenkindie, yeah. Murdo Morrison is watching. Daria and Gordon Muir down in the village. Alison Eisner from the USA says hello. Her dad was from Buckie. His name was George Jappy. That's a very coastal name, isn't it?
That's definitely up in that.
Yeah. Neil Dawson is looking in.
Hi Neil, if you'd like.
Tom Campbell says he's convalescing in Camden, Maine. Just what he needs. Karen Fraser and Andrew Braidwood are also watching, and Sally Day Butler says she's here, she forgot it was Friday, she needs days of the week underwear to remember what day it is. And now it started off with the underwear and nut polishers and all sorts of nonsense.
I'll be honest, I the only way I can fit day of the work it is because I do a workshop on a Wednesday and I do a concert on the Friday, so it does kind of give me a sense of regular days of the week. Otherwise every day seems to feel exactly the same. So I'm going to step aside and Shona's going to sing you a couple of songs now. So Shona.
Okay, just give me a second.
Yeah, you better hurry or I'll start telling jokes.
So, oh no, don't do that. Start from where Joe's commented. That's where I finished off there.
Right.
Okay.
Just a second.
My phone.
Just a second.
Sorry. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. So, hello. I'm going to sing a couple of songs. The first one is... Gosh, I've known this for quite a while, probably since I was about 15 or 16. I think it might have been one of the very first songs that Christine Kidd ever taught me. Christine was my singing teacher up at Plockton when I attended the National Centre of Excellence in Traditional Music over at Plockton High School. And I think this was one of the very first songs that Christine taught me. It's a song called, what is it called? Fisher Row. I couldn't remember the name of it. And I chose it. I wasn't going to sing it tonight, but I chose it because through the door today we got these. I don't know if it's backwards or not, but the Cramar Parish Church, St Mollogs, is 150 years old, 1870 to 2020. There's our kirk. And there was a bit about it.
My great granddad was the last man off the spire.
Oh, there you go.
Build it.
There's the spire there. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. Paul's great granddad was the last man off the spire. He helped build St Mollogs in Tarland.
Put the cross on the top.
Put the cross on the top. There you go. So I was having a read through this. They've done this great booklet about the history of St Mollogs. That of course was a church in Tarland long before 1870, but this was built in 1870. And there's letters from previous ministers and our minister at the moment, Frank Ribbons, who is a regular on our Friday nights live from the living room. And there was a wee article about in here from the session clerk, Sheila Robertson, about the cutty stool. So it says, if you don't know what the cutty stool was, in St Mollogs we still have a penance stool. A common punishment was for the offender to sit on the penance stool on a Sunday morning at the front of the church in full view of the congregation. The idea being the shame of this, they would change their ways for the better. The penance stool is still in use today in Tarland. Only now it is used by the organist to stack her music books on during the service. So there you go.
She's pretty wild through the work.
So it was when I read that, I thought, oh, I know a song about the cutty stool. Or the pillar as well. So this is Fisher Row, and it's got a wee chorus as well. As I come in by Fisher Row, muscle borough was near me. I threw off my muscle pokes and courted away my day. dearie, upstairs, downstairs, timmerstairs fears me. I thought it long till I'm alone when I'm sitting near my dearie. Oh, had my pran bidden doon, the kirk would ne'er hae kent it, but now the words gain round the tune, and I fear I canna mend it. Upstairs, downstairs, timmerstairs fears me. I thought it long till I'm alone when I'm sitting near my dearie. Oh, ye mun mount the cutty stool, and I mun mount the pillar. That's the way the peer folk do, because they hae nae cellar. Upstairs, downstairs, timmerstairs fears me. I thought it long till I'm alone when I'm sitting near my dearie. Upstairs, downstairs, timmerstairs fears me. I thought it long till I'm alone when I'm sitting near my dearie. For sure though. Yuch. For sure though. So, actually, I sang a song, Charlie's My Darling, earlier, and that was collected, improved, whatever, by Robert Burns. Robert Burns was on the cutty stool quite a few times himself. So usually the cutty stool, I think the most common reasons for having to be sat on the cutty stool on a Sunday in front of your whole parish was either breaking the Sabbath or fornication. That was Sweden. Yeah. Blasphemy. So
gambling.
We don't. Although the list could go on and on. So although we have a cutty stool in Darland, we don't use it apart from putting the organist's music on. There you go. So I'm going to finish off my wee bit here. This is a song that I have never, ever sung, but it came to me because today, the 29th of May, is National Digestive Health Day. You're welcome. But also, it's National Biscuit Day. Now, I'm not quite sure if that, I just saw it in the past and I didn't ask if that was biscuit as in our biscuits, like digestive biscuits and hobnobs and all that, or if it's biscuits like American biscuits. But either way, I mean, both are pretty good. So this is a song by Adam McNaughton. And it just made me think of National Digestive Health Day and National Biscuit Day. And it's got a wee chorus. It's a song called Cholesterol. I'm going to need to get a starting note here. And I couldn't quite remember the tune, so I'm hoping this is going to go okay. Okay. I've been taking advice on the right things to eat since shortly before I was born. Fae the national dried milk, tae cod liver oil, tae powdered rhinoceros horn. In the days they tell us to lay off the starches, the sugar, potatoes and bread. Now they've done a U-turn, telt us bread and potatoes will give us the fibre we need. So I've made up my mind that the menus designed by the experts just aren't for me. Nae trained dietitian nor general practitioner dictates fit all hay for my tea. Now brown bread with the low-fat paste thinly spread on may be healthier than a meat pie. But who wants to grow old eating St. Ivel gold? I'd rather taste butter and die. Cholesterol, cholesterol. My chance of survival is small, but I'll no get a dose of anorexia nervosa, for I love my cholesterol. Now the thing that has brought this affair to a head is a good-hearted Glasgow campaign. I just said, what is that? And the doc and his needle sucked blood out the handiest vein. 2 weeks later they measured my height and my weight and took my blood pressure and all. A computer said, mate, to survive at your weight, you would need to be 7 feet tall. But I'm no gonna talk the suggestions they make about changing the way that I eat. Cutting out cheese and nae chips if you please, nae chocolate, nae ice cream, nae meat. They tell you to gie up these goodies below, and they promise you pie in the sky. Well, semi-skimmed milk might diminish my bulk, but I'll talk double cream till I die. Cholesterol, cholesterol, my chance of survival is small. The cream I consume, it may lead to my doom, but I love my cholesterol. Now it's alright for you that smoke 40 a day and spend every night in the bar. You can tell the health visitor that you'll cut it down. She'll say, what a fine fellow you are. But when I tell her I've never smoked in my life, and I am teetotal to boot, she says, go away, there is nothing today. You've nae vices ye can cut out. Now, I don't mind them probing in my hemoglobin if it's just for a case history. But it puts the health visitor into a tiz at her duty to try and save me. She says, fresh fruit and yoghurt's a lovely dessert. Why don't you give it a try? Well, I dinna gie a hoot for your yoghurt and fruit. I'll hae Black Forest gateau and die. Cholesterol, cholesterol, my chance of survival is small. The way that I dine, I'm on course for angina, but I love my cholesterol.
Woohoo!
I am not obviously saying go out and eat lots of butter and cream and Black Forest gateau. Let's not put the NHS on any more pressure.
Yeah, I'm all off for a pie after this is finished.
Oh, for a pie. Right.
Right, we've got a few thingies here now. I suspect this is Abdi's favourite bit of the whole show, is when we reveal what's in the box. But had a funny wee bit there for Ian Murray. When you were on about the stool of repentance, he said, aye, Hwch me Gandhi, which is the Scots word for, which I was speaking about earlier. And he said, stool of repentance, good tune. He said, there was a manny up there in Ballater. He'd 3 children to 3 different women. He'd to sit in front of the congregation in sackcloth every Sunday for a whole year.
A whole year.
A whole year. So with a few more entries for, I just like doing this. Don't anybody mind Jerry Mackenzie at Radio Scotland? He used to say, a wee shark and my tartan tablets. And then we go.
What's in the box? 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 What's in the box?
What's in the box? So fit is in the box. The last few entries, there was a bit of a flurry of interest in adjusters for fiddles.
There always is, though.
Aye, well, that's a sensible thing, but it's not really producing much results so far. Murdo said boules, as in, well, marbles, I suppose, as opposed to boules in the French sense. They're too big to get in the box, but boules, marbles. I can exactly for that. Daria, she said mummified bull's balls. Daria, what kind of woman are you?
There's far too much nonsense going on tonight.
And Ross Dickey said a sewing kit.
David Summers has just come in and said a tiny sporran, and Alice McMinimy Eisner, I think is how you say it, Alice, sorry, she thinks it's sweeties. This is really funny because actually, like, every week since we've done it, somebody has said this and nobody said it tonight. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie Mitchell thinks Jack's.
Jack's.
We've got somebody watching from Hawaii. Jan,
we've had that.
Jan
Maybe it's-
Pelmulder. Hello, Jan.
That's her. Aye.
Hey.
Hello.
Hawaii.
In fact, she had a friend request. I just said hello. Yes. The day. In fact, so John, nice to see you.
All the way from Hawaii.
Hey,
Right.
Hawaii. Da 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 da.
What's in the box?
Da 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 da. No, it's Hawaii 5-0.
Alright, sorry, I totally wasn't getting that.
Yes, it's a generational thing.
Aye.
If you were a kid in the 70s, you would definitely mind about Hawaii 5-0. So,
What's in the box?
Fits in the
What's
box. Fits in the box.
What excitement.
Some of you who follow Shona will be well up on the fact she's
You'll be
got
kicking yourselves.
a new hobby. She has been preserving stuff in resin. Now, things like paperweights, for instance. Now, that's our stuff out of our garden. So it's like bits of moss, flowers. Nothing is dried. There's lichen, for instance. They're dried, and then you coat them in this resin in a mould, and it sets. And you see them in charity shops and in quality emporiums for tourists. That came out worse than it was meant. But that sort of thing. So Shona did that. That was one of our first efforts.
There's a dandelion.
Dandelion head.
Dandelion head.
To be there for
I've
a
actually got jewellery on that I made tonight myself.
Aye, that Shona made that herself.
I don't know if you can see. The dangly earrings I made myself. And the necklace I made myself.
And here's one for all the folkies that are missing their Scottish folk festivals, the TMSA, Traditional Music and Song Association. This is just for you. This is Broom. Because when the yellow's on the broom, the yellow's on the broom, I'll take you on the road again when the yellow's on the broom.
We're missing being on the road.
So I've got one of them in my car. So that's what it was. It was Shona's quality resin artwork.
Here's one. Don't know if you can see it. Where's the camera? So that's got broom in it, but it's
up there.
Oh, it's over there. It's got broom in it, but it's also got a wee bud off the apple tree, blossom off the apple tree. Oh, it's not focused very well. Hector, come on.
So the broom's out the garden as well. So it's a lovely. I really like them. So anyway, that was in the box.
Boys, do you want to come and say hello since you're making a racket?
Yeah, I want to do anyway.
Come and say hello.
No, Hector's run off because he's.
Roddy, you come in and say hello.
I will definitely confirm it's roasting het here. And I'm sweating, but Hector's going to put with nae sark on. Now, sark, it's a good word. That's a Scottish word for your shirt. So he's got nae sark on. Hence the reason he's just going scuttling out the door. So, Roderick, are you coming to say hello?
Just a second.
No, we're just going to finish.
Roddy's
just a second's not going to
Roddy
cut it.
is sitting watching me and Paul on my phone,
Well,
which
we're
seems a bit
about
ridiculous.
2 feet away from him. It's modern generation. Good.
I know. Say hi.
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 Hiya! So
thanks very much for watching. If you are inclined to put anything in the tip jar, it would be very much appreciated. As you know, all of our gigs up until October at the moment have been cancelled.
Aye, but that's alright. Still, we're doing this anyway.
We do this anyway because we really like doing it. But if you do feel like you can contribute in any way, it's www.paypal.me/Paul Anderson Shona Dawn.
Okay, we'll be back next week for number 13. Yeah, that'll be Friday the 13th, would it?
Oh, it will be.
Oh, no, I didn't buy into this. 13 is unlucky. First fiddle competition I ever won was at the Angus Fiddle Festival at Kirriemuir. I was competitor number 13. I was convinced I was doomed. I was doomed to failure. I actually won it, and that was number 13, so I've never had a problem.
Is it not something to do with the Knights Templar?
Yes, it is, because they were... the warrant for their arrest went out on the Friday the 13th.
So that's why it's unlucky?
Yeah, that is why Friday the 13th is unlucky. It was if you're a Templar.
Yeah.
Unless you escaped to Scotland or possibly Oak Island. Who knows? They were definitely in the States, there's no question about that. The evidence is absolutely there. So anyway, that's a hell news story. Good night, folks. We're going to finish off with a tune called Reconciliation. Looking next week, and we'll be here on Wednesday for a fiddle workshop. And actually, a new thing happened. I'm going out live on radio in Canada.
Ripple FX Cape Breton. If you Facebook Ripple FX Cape Breton.
Is it a night in Scotland or an evening in Scotland? There's Peter Wood, the accordion player, and
Ross McNaughton,
the piper for Pitlochry, and myself, and Mary Rankin for Cape Breton's going to be there as well. So It's like a kitchen, Kaylee. We sit around and have a yarp, we blather and
bit
play
like
tunes.
tonight.
So it's a bit like this.
So that's Sunday night.
Yeah, that's
at
10 p.m. our time.
Hour.
It's 6 p.m. Cape Breton time. But if you're in Toronto, for instance, it's 5 p.m. because Canada is like a big place. So there you
Right.
go.
So
Right, we'll see you later, folks.
reconciliation. Can I just chin up? How many times are you doing it?
Twice.
Okay.
With repeats.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. There you go.
Good night, folks.
Good night, folks. Take care, and we'll see you next week. Have a
See ya.
good night.